Wait, is that DoITALL? DoITALL, what are you doing?
Put the gas pedal in my tank, man. The wind about to come.
Watch the video, man. Don't buy all that stuff just yet. Just watch the video. I swear, man, I'm gonna save you some money. Just give me a second. Let me finish the video.
Man, I've been waiting on that video, man. Man, all right, man. Damn.
What's going on, YouTube? I know. Promised you guys a month ago I was gonna get the video out ASAP. I'm so sorry. Just want to apologize. Guys, it's been a hectic month for us, getting back in the swing of everything. I'm glad to be back out on the road. I enjoy it, love it. The last video when I asked you guys 2 months ago what you wanted to see next, Dustin Bowman got the most comments. He got the most likes on his comment about the winter prep video 2020. We're in the start of December. Winter is already here in a lot of places, and it keeps passing through. Adverse weather conditions keep passing through a lot of these states. So guys, if you haven't already gotten prepared, hopefully this video will help you out. So there's gonna be a lot of things in this video that you're actually gonna need all the time, and some things that you just want to keep on the truck during the winter months. We're going to go through everything, do's and don'ts, needs, tips and tricks. So it's on winter prep 2020 coming at you. Over here at the Pilot in Fernley, Nevada. We've got a load heading to Vegas. Can't drop this till in the morning at 6:30 in the morning, so I want to go ahead and get this knocked out. Truth be told, okay guys, this is the third time that I've tried to shoot this video.
Whatever.
First time shot the video, I didn't have it organized the way I wanted it to be, and I wanted to give you guys, I like breaking everything down in kind of like a outline format, I guess you'd say. So didn't like that, scratched it, boom, done. Second time I tried to shoot the video, I put the stupid camera on activity and it ruined everything, because when I tried to upload it to my editing app, it would not upload, and when it finally did, it actually turned everything into slow mode, so it was a nightmare. So guys, here we go. Winter tips, needs, do's and don'ts, okay, for 2020 winter prep. Let's talk about the needs first. You're gonna wanna keep extra fluids on the truck: antifreeze, oil, washer fluid, trans, power steering fluid, anti-gel, water, airline antifreeze, and extra wiper blades. Guys, these things are mandatory to keep on your truck throughout the year, but you want to especially keep them on your truck during the winter months, okay? Because you never know what's gonna happen, where you're gonna be at, if you're gonna be stuck, if you're not gonna be stuck. If you can get to a store to buy things, you wanna keep this stuff on your truck, either under your bunk, your side boxes, somewhere. Keep it available to you. Keep your atlas on you. Don't just rely on GPS and electronics, guys. Keep that atlas. Rule number one, that atlas is gold. That's like your road Bible. Keep the atlas. You also want to keep a battery operated weather radio with extra batteries if you can, just in case you lose all power in your truck. You can at least hear what's going on out there in the world if you're stuck somewhere, snowed in, iced in. Keep hygiene going, guys. Make sure you got a lot of hygienic stuff on the truck, your bath wipes, baby wipes, just the regular stuff you would use. Nothing is worse, especially team drivers, nothing is worse than 2 team drivers in a truck that are just stinking to high heaven.
That's nasty.
Yes, I understand bath wipes are not a substitute for showers, but guys, you want to make sure that you keep that hygiene going. Keep extra food on the truck.
I could use a Twinkie.
Make sure it's easy to open stuff, non-perishable stuff. You don't want to have roast on the truck. I mean, I know a lot of us cook out on the road. Myself, I cook. I have an air fryer on the truck. We have a microwave and all that stuff. But guys, that's not what you want to be relying on if you're stuck on the side of the road. So keep easy to open food, non-perishable stuff. Make sure you keep a lot of
Water, whole lot of water.
Water is huge. You can go weeks without food, but you can't go for 7 days without water, guys. So make sure you keep that water on the truck, keep it in a safe place. Lighter, God forbid you got to start a fire.
Ah, the sun is in his hands.
No, it's fire.
Make some for me.
It doesn't come out of him.
Make it.
Stuck somewhere and you have no heat in your truck, something's wrong, keep a lighter on your truck. You never know when you're gonna need that. And also keep your phone charged, guys. Your phone is your lifeline to the outside world.
What's up? What's up?
If you don't keep your phone charged, okay, there's no telling where you'll be at and who you need to contact. God forbid your truck breaks down, you have no power whatsoever, or your batteries die, or something happens, guys. You don't want to be stranded without a phone. So keep that phone charged, keep your battery backup as well. Battery backup is relatively cheap now, and it would be great to keep a couple on the truck and just keep them charged up. You want to check all these things out as well before you actually head into rough weather, or, you know, when you're doing your trip plan, you see you're about to go to an adverse weather condition area. A lot of places in the United States require us to have snow chains or snow socks on the truck. Guys, keep them on the truck. I keep mine on the back of my mud flaps. We're gonna talk about those in just a little bit, but make sure you have your snow chains, your snow cables, your snow socks on the truck. Working flashlight, extra batteries as well, just like the weather radio. Tools, common hand tools. I can't tell you how many times I've actually got myself out of a jam by using just regular hand tools. I'm talking about a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver, pair of pliers, pair of wire dikes, pair of needle nose. These things are invaluable to you on the road, guys. Keep those tools handy. Go to Lowe's, go to Home Depot, get you a little tool bag, keep it in your side box. It is worth it 100%. Keep you some electrical tape, some duct tape. You never know what you're gonna need, guys. Ice scraper for your windows. You solo guys, you stop at night, wake up the next morning, all your windows are iced up. Do not pour warm water on your windows.
Woo! Didn't do it. Woo!
Can't stress that enough. That is the worst thing you could ever do. Worst case scenario, if you don't have an ice scraper, but you got some washer fluid that is like set for the -32 or -20 degree washer fluid, you can pour some of that on your windows and it'll de-ice the ice on your windows, but you're still gonna need something to scrape it off. So do not pour water or warm water on your windows whatsoever. The Rain-X, we're gonna keep on with the windows. Keep your windows Rain-X'd, your windows and your mirrors. It helps tremendously, guys. When precipitation starts to fall, it can be a nightmare for your glass, okay? Your wiper blades might not be working right. Something might happen, they're getting clogged up. You gotta pull over the side of the road and wipe them off clean. Guys, it's a scary feeling when you're standing on top of that steer tire on the side of a highway just trying to clean your wiper blades while traffic is just mowing by and you're in a snowstorm or a blizzard, or you got a bunch of slush everywhere. It's miserable. So guys, that Rain-X will help you. It'll give you like a little edge with your vision. Obviously, you want to keep your fire extinguisher, your triangles, and your fuses. Double check those, guys. Make sure they're in good working condition.
Everything seems to be in order.
Fire extinguisher's charged, triangles aren't broken, you have plenty of spare fuses in your truck, okay? That's just common knowledge. But you definitely need them during the winter months, especially, because you never know when you're going to be stopped or broke down. Let's talk about clothing. Dress for the occasion. Keep mostly winter clothes on the truck during the winter months, guys. I tend to like long trips. I like wearing my little jersey shorts, my jersey shirt, maybe a little collared polo. I just like to be comfortable while I'm driving, especially when you're doing those full 500-600 mile shifts, and you're crossing the country. Now, when we're talking about short shifts, I'll usually just wear jeans, or because I know I'm going to be in and out of the truck. But for winter months, you want to be prepared, okay? Long sleeve shirts, coveralls if you need them. If you know I keep a set of insulated coveralls on the truck no matter what. So they stay up under the bunk. We get into Montana and it's 8 degrees. You're gonna see this one getting into some coveralls. So guys, keep those coveralls on the truck. Waterproof boots, waterproof gloves. You have to stay dry. That is like super, super important. Your feet and your hands, stay dry, guys. It is really, really important. Head and face protection for the high winds, not just the COVID stuff going on. Get you a nice insulated hat with a face cover. Get you some wind resistant like glasses, whatever you need. Because a lot of times we get out in the desert, we get out into these high wind areas, that dirt starts kicking up or that snow is blowing so hard, you can't even see hardly. So get you something like some pugs or something that you can put on when you're in those situations, and you're able to actually be able to still function. Rain suit, keep your rain suit on the truck. Never know when you're gonna need it, whether it's slush, rain, whatever. Keep that rain suit on the truck. Keep your phone safe, okay guys? We talked about keeping it charged earlier, but keep you a waterproof cover on your phone. OtterBox makes these. There's a lot of different companies that make the waterproof covers for your phone. So keep a waterproof cover on your phone during the winter months especially. You never know what you're gonna be in. You drop that thing in a huge mud puddle, you're gonna be SOL. So CYA, cover your assets, guys. You wanna keep a thick comforter or blanket, at least one on the truck. So
it's freaking freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
a lot of people, like, I'm a bigger guy. I like sleeping with a sheet, okay? That's my thing. Guys, you get somewhere stuck where you can't use your bunk heater, you can't use your truck to idle, something's wrong with the vehicle, guys, you wanna make sure you got that comforter so you can actually snuggle up and stay warm. The do's, the things that you want to do during the winter months. Number one, be prepared for anything. Be prepared and ready for anything, because knowledge is power, guys. I can't stress this enough. Know it before you do it, okay? Don't guess, don't assume, know it before you do it. So don't just say, well, I guess this road, I can go up this road. No, check your atlas. Don't rely solely on the GPS, check your atlas. Or I could probably go in this way. No, don't. Or the weather should be good. No, check. Guys, know it. Knowledge is power. Number two, do your pre-trip and post-trip every shift. You never know what can change or happen in just a few hours. I can't tell you how many times me and the trainees have swapped shifts, and say me or the trainee, it's happened both ways, kind of didn't do a great pre-trip, and then one of us, the other one, finds out, oh, wait a minute, man, we got this hanging off the headache rack, or this strap was loose. Or guys, it is super, super important, especially during the winter months. Check your truck and trailer and load every single time you get out of the truck.
Do it!
Just do a quick walk around. Make sure all your lights are working. Make sure that people are going to be able to see you. Make sure your mirrors are where they need to be. Make sure your load looks good. Make sure you have nothing hanging off your headache rack. Do your pre-trip and post-trip every single day.
Just do it!
Number three, check and test your dash heater and bunk heater before you actually need it, okay? And this goes for your defroster as well. Guys, you don't want to get to that point where you're freezing to death and then you realize, oh my gosh, my bunk heater doesn't work, or oh my gosh, my defroster's out. Guys, do all this stuff before you actually get into those adverse weather areas, okay? Number four, trip plan thoroughly. This is huge, okay? You know, ask anybody, it's huge.
Really large, massive, huge.
Don't rely on just your GPS alone. Use your atlas like we talked about earlier. Use your GPS, your phone, and all the tools at your disposal. Check your weather app. Check where you're going, where you're coming from. Guys, make sure to trip plan, okay? And that goes for your fuel, your time, your shippers, your receivers, your stopping points, your swap outs. Everything, guys, is super, super crucial during the winter months, especially if you know you're going into an adverse weather condition area. Number five, this goes with the trip planning. Fuel wisely for conditions. Guys, I preach on fuel rationing, okay? I am super, super big on it, but winter is not the time to play with this, okay? And we're gonna get a little more into that here in just a little bit. But keep your tanks as, full if you can. You don't want your fuel gelling up or getting cloudy to that point. It depends on the temperature you're in. Well, like I said, we're gonna talk about it, but make sure that you fuel for your conditions. Fuel before you get into those adverse weather areas. You don't know if you're gonna get up to Boise, Idaho, they've got a blizzard going on. You're like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna fuel when I get to Boise. Well, you get to Boise, TA, the pilot, Flying J, whatever, and their pumps are shut down because everything's frozen. What are you gonna do? Guys, make sure that you're prepared before you get to that area. Number six, check your weather and temps constantly. Watch for road spray and ice on your mirrors and windows. If no road spray is present and the temp is 37 degrees or below, any precipitation can form into ice, especially on bridges. If there's ice on your windows and mirrors, there's ice present on the road, guys. This is crazy. That's a good little tip, guys. If you see ice on your mirrors, ice on your hood, ice on your windows, guys, 9 times out of 10, there's gonna be ice on the road, okay? Don't play with this, all right? Take your time, be easy with it. Don't drive the way everybody else is driving. Drive your rig safely for you and everybody else around you. Number seven, slow down. This goes with the ice. Drive for the conditions at hand. Be cautious. No load is worth your life or anybody else's life. Super crucial, guys. When you get into those adverse weather conditions, don't rush. Don't worry about the load. Don't worry about anything. Worry about getting to where you need to go safely, or making that next move safely, whether it's to pull over, whether it's to get to that truck stop, whether it's to get to your fuel spot, whatever it is, do it safely. So that means slowing down, taking your time, watching up ahead, making sure that you're not driving like everybody else is driving. You're driving your rig the way you should do it safely for you and everybody else. Number 8, use Google Maps for live traffic updates en route. Yes, I just said use Google Maps.
Oh my God.
Not for navigation, okay? If you can take your GPS and your Atlas and you can match that route with the Google route, okay? You can leave your Google running while you're driving, and Google will automatically feed you live updates for traffic, okay? So don't follow Google for your navigation. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. All you're doing is watching Google for live traffic updates. So if you're coming up on something, before you even get there, you can take a glance at that map, that Google navigation, and you should see orange or red ahead. That will tell you, hey, something's going on. I'm gonna have an issue here in just a little bit. Guess what? You're prepared. You can go ahead and start slowing down sooner before everybody else does. You don't have to put yourself at risk or anybody else at risk by not knowing what's up ahead. Number 9, you wanna make sure that you let someone you trust know where you are at all times, guys.
I told you I would find you.
Don't get caught at the point where you're somewhere. I mean, there's so many times we're in remote areas. I mean, no cell service, no nothing. Phone dies, truck dies. Guys, don't be caught off guard. Make sure somebody knows where you're going, where you're at. Give them an update. Use Life360 on your phone. That way they can know your last location. It is super, super important, guys. Make sure somebody you trust knows where you are. Number 10, pay attention to all your surroundings. This is another crucial one. Look ahead, look around. Check out what you're doing first, guys. You don't want to be caught off guard, okay? Make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on around you, even more so during the winter months, especially during adverse weather conditions. Pay attention. Number 11, keep your CB on, okay? If you guys don't have a CB, you need to get a CB. A lot of these guys don't use them anymore. You can try to get a mic check all day long. You may or may not get somebody to respond. But when something starts happening on the highway, 9 times out of 10, these guys are gonna start going crazy. Hey, westbound, what's going on? Hey, eastbound, what's going on? 9 times out of 10, somebody will respond and say, hey, left lane's closed, you got a bad accident, stay in the right lane. Get that information, guys, but be prepared for that information to be false, okay? It's just gonna give you a guide to start with on what you need to be doing. So keep that CB on, especially during adverse weather conditions. You can hear some valuable information. Number 12, this goes just like the CV. Listen to other drivers talking all the truck stops and then confirm it for yourself. These guys will come in, they'll start talking about the weather here on this highway, or man, I came off of this mountain and this is what was going on, or did you see that wreck eastbound? Guys, listen to what they're saying. You could actually use this information, confirm it for yourself, and then reroute yourself if you need to, replan your trip, whatever you need to do. Don't take it for granted though, okay? Make sure that you confirm this information yourself. Number 13, drain your air tanks once a week. All right, when moisture is present and freezes, your air system can be compromised. These air tanks on these newer trucks, they're a lot easier to get to. The old trucks used to have the old drain cocks you had to pull out and release. They had like a little pull valve on them. You had to get on the ground, whatever. These usually have cables. I know on the 2021, ours are right beside below the driver's door there. You pop the little cover down. There's 2 cables on the left, 2 cables on the right. Super important, guys. Make sure you drain your air tanks every single week. Without air, you have no brakes, you have nothing. Number 14, keep all your lights, windows, and mirrors clean. So when you stop to do your break, you stop to use the restroom, you stop at the truck stop to get fuel, make sure you get out, guys. If you've been in adverse weather conditions, sleet, snow, ice, whatever, get out, clean your mirrors, clean your windows, and clean your lights as well. Sometimes your tail lights on your truck cannot be seen due to ice and snow. So get out, keep you a little, just an old dirty rag, you know, in the driver's side door. Get out, wipe your tail lights clean, take the squeegee, you know, clean your mirrors, clean your windows, and clean your headlights, guys. It's super important. Make sure people can see you and you'll be able to see them. Here's a big one. Number 15, use Any-Gel when you're gonna be sitting for long periods of time in temps 20 degrees and below, whether you idle or not. Diesel starts to gel at 15 degrees. So diesel fuel will cloud at 20 degrees, okay? It will gel at 15 degrees. It'll start to gel at 15 degrees. My first year as a driver, I ran the Northeast solo the entire time. And I just thought I needed Any-Gel all the time. I mean, I was going Any-Gel broke. I mean, I was, every single tank I was buying Any-Gel. And I started doing my research and realized that, hey, diesel doesn't start clouding up till 20 degrees and it doesn't start gelling until 15 degrees. So I was in like, you know, 35, 40 degree weather, okay? But solo guys, this is like super, super important. Solo guys, if you're going to an adverse weather condition and you know, hey, it's gonna be 10 degrees overnight, you need anti-gel in your tanks before you even get to that area, okay? So, and follow the instructions on the back. They'll give you a ratio for how much anti-gel for the fuel. Follow those instructions, guys, but don't over anti-gel, okay? And just make sure that you have it, because it's not really what you gotta worry about in your tanks, it's what you gotta worry about in your fuel lines themselves. This goes for the APUs as well. So we have an APU on our truck. We are a team truck, but still, even running and driving constantly, that APU is not running, so that fuel's not circulating. So that fuel line could actually end up gelling up. That fuel in that fuel line could actually end up gelling up. So guys, if you're gonna go in an area where you know it's gonna be 20 degrees or below, and you know you have to sit a substantial amount of time, or you're gonna be driving through there in a substantial amount of time, use anti-gel, guys. Other than that, I don't put anything in my truck unless I know I'm going somewhere well, basically below 25 degrees or below. I don't use any anti-gel, because most of the fuel stops, they'll actually put it in the fuel anyways, but don't take that for granted either. So they could say it may be in there, it may not. So use your best discretion on that one. Number 16, contact your shippers and receivers ahead of time if they're in an area affected by adverse weather conditions, to make sure you'll still be able to get loaded or unloaded on time. Communication is key, guys. Make sure that you reach out to your shippers and receivers. Make sure that they're still doing business as usual. They may tell you, hey, we're snowed in. We can't even get a truck in our dock. We can't get a truck unloaded. We can't get our forklifts to move. You know, guys, be prepared for that, okay? And then alter your route the safest and most effective way possible for you. But make sure that you reach out and take that communication line and bring it to your shippers and receivers so you can find out exactly what's going on. Number 17, guys, help each other out and be courteous. We're all in this together. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Don't do stupid stuff to each other. You know, don't cut people off. Don't, make sure you move over if you see a driver on the side of the road with his flashers on, guys. Even if it's just holding a door for somebody, be courteous. You know, it's winter's a rough time for trucking. You know, it's not the most comfortable for us. And guys, we're all in this together. You know, treat others the way you want to be treated. Do unto others the way you want done to you. Let's get into the don'ts. Do not do this. Number 1, don't be caught off guard or unaware. Make sure you know everything that you're supposed to know. Knowledge is power, right? Double check things if you have to, whether it's the weather, whether it's your trip planning, whether it's your shippers and receivers confirmation, whatever. Double check everything and know it. Number 2, don't assume anything. Once again, know it. Guys, when you start assuming stuff starts happening bad and you start having to pay the price for it, whether it's money, whether it's time, whether it's service failures. Don't assume anything. Make sure you know what you're doing before you take out and set out on a trip. Number 3, don't ever set your trailer brakes, okay? When you go to park in a truck stop and it is like below freezing, say especially if there's precipitation, you've been driving through snow, you've been driving through ice, you've been driving through water, when you park and you set those trailer brakes, okay, those trailer brakes are gonna freeze. All right, when they freeze, you're gonna have to be on the ground the next morning in your clothes, tapping on these brakes, trying to get them to unlock in the morning, okay? My advice to you is if you have to set your brakes, okay, if you're not on level ground, okay, if you're on like a slight incline or decline, set your tractor brakes, all right? Because your tractor brakes, you can easily reach over with a hammer on your drives and tap your tractor brake drums and unlock your brakes, okay? Get you a chalk block, put it in between your two drives, tap your drums, after you release your brakes, unlock those brakes. Trailer brakes are totally different, guys. Your truck will hold your tractor, trailer, and load, no problem. As long as you're not on like a 10% grade, obviously. But guys, be prepared for that. You don't want to be on the ground the next morning trying to unlock trailer brakes. So just set your tractor brakes, or if you're on perfectly level ground, your truck's not moving, throw your chalk blocks out in between your drives on both sides. Get your 2 chalk blocks. I keep them on dog chains right below my headache rack. Throw them in between your 2 drives, and you're on level ground. Don't worry about it. You're not going anywhere. Number 4, do not use cruiser jakes during adverse weather conditions, snow, sleet, hail, heavy rain, fog, or ice. Guys, you are out of control at that point when you're using your cruise and your jakes, okay? Your truck is in control, and your truck does not know what to do other than what it's programmed to do. So when it starts slipping and it starts, you start losing traction, your truck's just gonna keep going. So if you feel like you're on ice, or you feel like I can't see up ahead, or, guys, take the cruise off, take the jakes off, slow down, let the truck slow down. If you're going down a mountain or you're going down a hill and you're going fast enough that you feel like you need jakes, you're going too fast. I don't care if you have to climb down a hill at 5 miles an hour with your flashers on. Be safe. Don't lose control of your truck. Don't lose control of your rig, your trailer. Guys, make sure you do it safely, because it's not just your life you're driving for, it's everybody else's. Number 5, watch the temperature. It doesn't have to be 32 or below for water to freeze, especially on bridges. Usually in these newer trucks, it'll tell you 37 degrees, start watching for ice, okay? Bridges, water will freeze a lot faster, precipitation will freeze a lot faster, because you have cold air on top of the bridge and cold air on the bottom of the bridge. Okay, this creates a big issue for black ice, guys. You don't want to be caught off guard doing 55, 60 miles an hour. Some of these guys do faster, and the next thing you know, you look to your left and you start seeing your trailer coming out from around you because of ice, or your truck is losing traction and you're spinning off into the shoulder. Guys, slow down, okay? Make sure that you're watching the temperature. Keep up to date with what's going on around you all the time. Number 6, do not park on an incline when snow or ice is present. You may not be able to leave until it thaws. So the first year of trucking, we were coming out of Wyoming, we were headed back east, and we were on 80, of course. Everybody loves 80 in Wyoming during the winter.
It's totally fake news.
I was tired, thought I was gonna take a nap, so I pull off of an exit, and it's a decline coming off the exit, and the on-ramp for the interstate is an incline. Didn't think nothing about it. Pulled off to the shoulder on the incline, went to bed. 4 or 5 hours later, when daylight came up, got up, thought I was gonna go ahead and take off again, and I was stuck. My drive just sat there and spun nonstop. I couldn't get them to do anything. There is a trick to doing this and getting out of this if for some reason you're in this position with your drives not gaining traction. Keep extra washer fluid on the truck. The de-icer washer fluid, you can take that washer fluid and put it on your drives, put it in front and behind your drives, and it will melt that ice almost instantly, and you will gain traction and you should be able to pull off, okay? Every load's different, every truck's different, every situation's different, so take that with caution, guys. And remember, washer fluid can be harmful to the environment, guys, if it's not like made with natural ingredients. So use that only in an emergency situation. Don't be dumping washer fluid all over the road. That's not good for the environment. Number 7, do not park on top of snow or ice before cooling your tires first. You will be stuck the next day. So solo guys, when you go to stop, even team drivers, if you're gonna just sit there for a few hours, but obviously you've been driving for a long time, your tires are warm, okay? So when you park, what happens? Your tires are warmer than the ice, so they melt the ice, they settle in, and the next thing you know, the ambient temperature is cold enough to refreeze what just got melted. So guess what? Guess who's stuck again when you get up the next morning? You. So what you want to do is when you back into that spot, you find that spot that you want to get into, you got your setup right, you're straight, pull forward and back over and over constantly. Make sure your tires making a full rotation each time and cooling the tires off before you actually settle into your spot, guys. This will help you tremendously because you want to be on top of that ice. You don't want to be melted to it. So make sure you do that. Pull forward and back. I don't care if it takes 10 or 15 times. Make sure you cool your tires off before you actually park. Number 8. This is a super controversial little topic here. Ask any old timer, okay, driver out here. I don't care who they drive for or what they drive, doesn't matter. Walk in there, find the oldest dude you can find. I mean, just like, man, he's just about to just kick the bucket. And go in there and ask him, say, hey, sir, do you ever chain up during the winter? And watch that guy just start ranting. Never chain up unless you absolutely have to. Guys, you chain up to get out of trouble, not into trouble, okay? If you have to chain up, 9 times out of 10, you need to be off the road, okay? Conditions are bad enough to where trucks need chains. You need to find somewhere and park it until the morning time. Because 90% of the time, when daylight hits, the roads have already been cleared, everything's in better conditions, chain laws have been lifted. A lot of states, like we talked about, requires to carry chains. Doesn't mean you got to use them, guys. Just because you got them, you don't have to use them. Don't put yourself in a situation that's worse than the one you have where you can just pull over, go ahead and take your 10. Chain up to get out of trouble, not into trouble. I've chained up twice in the last 4 years. I'll never do it again. Number 9, do not rush if adverse weather conditions are present. We've already talked about this. Take your time, guys. Be safe. Safety is number 1. That load is second, okay? Your life's number 1. Everybody else's life's number 1. That load is second. Remember that, guys. If you're having issues with your load, you're having issues with your trip, your route, Call your shippers and receivers, call dispatch, let them know what's going on. Like I said before, communication is key. They don't know it unless you relay it to them, so make sure you're communicating. Number 10, this is a huge one, guys. I know you're gonna be like, ah, man, screw that, everybody does it. Guys, but when you're in adverse weather conditions, do not play on your phone, okay? Get off the phone. I don't care if it's a text message. I don't care if it's swapping pages because somebody called you. All of these headsets and everything we have nowadays are all voice command. You can, if you have an iPhone, you have a brand new Galaxy, you can use voice command. Hey, Siri, hey, little green robot, whatever your name is, droid on Galaxy, I don't care. Call such and such. You don't have to touch your phone. Get off the phone, guys. All it takes is one wrong swerve of the steering wheel. All it takes is one hard brake because you veered off the shoulder, and guess what, guys? You're jackknifing your trailer, you're causing a huge pile up, people's lives are at risk. That phone is not worth it, guys. Get off the phone, okay? Number 11, this is the final thing that I have for you, okay, for the don'ts. Don't be afraid to ask questions, guys. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. There's a lot of newer drivers coming into this industry. I was one 4 years ago. I'm still training these guys every single day. I tell them, if you don't ask me the question, I may not be giving you the information that you need. I don't care how stupid you think it is. There are still good people out here that will help you, I promise you. There's still guys out here. Everybody's not a super trucker. And if you are a super trucker, and you're watching this video, do myself and everybody else watching the video a favor, hang your keys up.
Do it!
Because the day you think you know everything is the day you need to be off the road, guys. You're a danger to yourself and everybody else. We can always learn something from each other. I mean, I don't know everything. I never will know everything. But if you guys need to find out, and my trainees need to find out, and I don't know it, we'll find out together. And that's the open mind that everybody needs to have. This business is so vast. It fits so many needs and wants and situations, guys. There's so much knowledge to be gained out here. Don't shortchange yourself. Ask that question. If you have a gut feeling, okay, ask the question. It's worth it, guys. I want to give a special shout out to Wayne Do-It-All Davis that was at the beginning of the video. Thank you so much for being part of it, Wayne. He's a really good friend of mine. I'm going to put a link to his channel down in the description. Super awesome guy. You guys check his channel out. He's awesome. He was flatbed. He's on the reefer side now at Prime. He's a great guy. Guys, check his channel out, Wayne Do-It-All Davis. And he's going to be a great one to add to your subscription list. Guys, if you like the content, thank you so much for watching. We are over 1,000 subscribers now. Holy cow, I can't believe that. That is insane. You guys are the best. You're the best. Ask anyone. I've got a lot of people that are the best. You're the best. Not me, you're the best. That's my little Trump impression, guys, by the way, so it's tremendous. So anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your patience and your diligence with me and just hanging out and waiting. I really appreciate it, guys. Through training, family life, being on the road, it is very tough to get good quality videos out to you guys, but that's what I'm here for, and I am committed to you to doing it. So 1,000 subscribers, you guys are insane. If you like the video, you like the content, and you haven't already, please subscribe. Make sure to hit that like button and smash that bell notification so you get a notification every time we drop a video, and share the channel, guys. Just share it out. You know, somebody may need this information, and that's the whole reason I'm doing this channel, is to give you guys that information that you may or may not know, or maybe you just want to see what it's like running Prime flatbed. Whatever the reason, guys, I am glad you're here, and I'm glad that you're allowing me to be a part of that. So thank you so much once again. God bless. Stay safe. Freight Skater out.